Welcome to the Game 7 podcast with King Jacob. Scout in. Let's get it, fool.
This fool, you ain't down.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Game 7 podcast with your boy, the one and only King Jacob. And so, let's get back into some NFL playoffs. Last time I talked in the last episode, I was talking about the Cardinals and my bold prediction that if they got in, they would be a Super Bowl contending team and get there. Well, I was wrong, okay? If that's what you want to hear, well, dang it, you got it. I was wrong. And that all was on the shoulders of Kyler Murray. And that's fine. You know, everybody's got something to say about him. Everybody wants to say something about him. And it is what it is. I think they should keep him for one more season, play it out, get some more draft picks. Because right now, there's nothing out there. You can't draft a young quarterback. I think you're just wasting your time with talent pool and everything that's out there. I say stay what you got, play it out, play out the contract. You paid all that dang money, you might as well use them to the end because that's just 1 year. You might be able to get another good year. I'm just saying, in a smart scenario wise, play it out smart. So with that being said, let's get with my playoff predictions. You know, with in an ideal world, people want to see what? They want to see Detroit, Minnesota, Buffalo, because those are the teams that people do not hate the most. Me personally, I would actually love to see an 0-4 Super Bowl losing team versus another 0-4 Super Bowl losing team, which is Minnesota and Buffalo. I think that would be a fun, entertaining Super Bowl. Somebody's going to win their first, and someone's going 0-5. Someone's getting hurt. But my heart says Buffalo and Detroit. If I'm going to pick one of the two that's definitely going to make it, I'm thinking Buffalo is going to be in there. I don't think no one in the AFC can beat them. Maybe Kansas City Chiefs, because the Chiefs are the Chiefs. That's a dynasty. There's no one like Buffalo can be beaten except for that team that can beat them. If you kind of get what I'm saying. Now, if you get to the NFC, you got Detroit, you got Minnesota, you got Green Bay. That's already the NFC North. So anyone can beat any of those teams. You know, you play against your team, you know them well, you know them good. That kind of stuff brings, when you play against similarity teams like that, when you play them all season, you already played them twice. You're going to play them a third time pretty much in the playoffs. That makes it hard for teams to beat each other because you know them, you know the players, you know the system, you know the coaches, you know the arenas, the stadiums they play in. So to me, there's no problem with that. And I think that's more of an easier knockout round. Where there's Detroit, so like I said, you got Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay. When it comes to the playoff picture in the NFC, you got, like I said, Minnesota, you got Green Bay, and you got Detroit that I believe are going to either represent the Super Bowl. But of course, you got the Eagles. With Saquon Barkley, but think about them. They're heavily on their running game with Saquon, and I don't think that that's enough for them to beat any of those three teams. The quarterback play with Jalen Strong, he's a good quarterback, but is he better than those three quarterbacks playing right now? He doesn't up to par with those guys, and so when it comes to those three guys, I think one of those three teams is going to come out of the NFC, and they're going to be in the Super Bowl playing against Buffalo. That's what I see. And I truly believe that's what's going to happen. Unless Kansas City can knock out Buffalo, which they did once last year in Buffalo. And I picked Buffalo to win that game. And believe me, that I was let down by Buffalo. It's about quarterbacks. And with the best teams that had the quarterback, you got Josh Allen, who's an MVP player. Then you got Patrick Mahomes, 15-1. With that being said, if I'm going to pick one team, personally, if I'm going to pick it, I'm picking Detroit, Buffalo, Super Bowl, New Orleans. And Kendrick Lamar puts on the show. And now let's transition into a quick little segment of some college football. I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't care what nobody says. They missed that call on the targeting hit by Texas. And I know they want to do it for the money and the thrills and Texas' big name. And they're going to be in the top 4. I don't care what nobody says. That was a targeting call. That was a bushwhack call. They did us dirty, man. I was hurt. When he first happened, and I saw the replay, I go, oh, we're good. We got this. Targeting. Let's go kick this field goal, win this game. And I'm sitting there, and all you see is Cole's not whatever he reviewed. This is not a targeting call. I was so mad. I almost snapped my phone in half. $1,000 phone guy almost got snapped in half. And you're going to tell me that's not targeting? I bet you U of A fans were happy about that one. I saw some guys talking on the internet, but you know what? It won't be back next year. And Scatterboo, even though he's going in the draft, Cardinals should draft him. I'm just saying. But anyways, Scatterboo, that's a beast. That's a man amongst little boys out there. When he said he was the best running back in the country,
He
meant it. That man single-handedly almost carried the team by himself. We should have won that game. But never mind. Forget that. I don't even want to talk about that no more. All I just wanted to say was we got screwed over on that call. And I think it's going to be Ohio State and Penn State national championship game. Boom. Done. So now as we get into the NBA, I kind of have a lot to say about basketball right now because basketball is my favorite sport. The NBA is my favorite sport. And when you live in Phoenix and you watch the Phoenix Suns and how terrible they play, it's a rotation of injuries with this guy. The big three's back, and then what happens? KD gets hurt. Then it's D-Book and Bill, and then Bill gets hurt. Then it's just D-Book. KD comes back, and then Book gets hurt, and then it's just KD. Then it's back to the big three. It's a rotation. Let's keep it 100. And that no trade clause? Let's keep it real, Bradley Bill. Just take the deal to Miami. You can chill in Miami. You can kick back. Give us Jimmy. And then we can get some dogs up in there and on the Suns. And maybe they get one last shot. Because when you get to February, right before after the All-Star game, you get that last stretch. That's where you want to make an impact and go for a championship run. That's what makes winners. Right there. And if they can get Jimmy before the trade deadline, they can really make a push and win a championship. But if they don't do the trade deadline, the season's over. Trade KD, trade Bill, get some draft picks back. Hopefully D-Book, with his love and loyalty to the city, he just stays and hopes for one more team that can build for another team. Because right now he reminds me of Dirk Nowitzki. That's what his loyalty is. Because he actually likes it here. That's the difference too. If he wanted to go, he would have left. And if he don't want to leave, well then that's just, the Suns got to get rid of him for his good. Just like Larry Fitzgerald and how he don't want to leave. It's up to us to make him leave, We got to force him out. But that's the situation with the Suns. They're so horrible to watch. Plus too many threes. The NBA does have a problem. They shoot too many threes and they run back and forth all day. Okay, I used to play basketball with these young cats. They do that too. It's so annoying. Okay? Can we post up kind of? Can we have some formation, some screens? Does anybody know how to hit a screen? Come on. They shot, I believe there was a record I saw on SportsCenter. They said out of 82 shots in the first half were three-pointers. Why are you shooting so many threes? There's no need for that. The game needs to be constructed better. This is why they say the league is soft. This is why these younger guys, if they'd have played in a 2000, even 2010 style game, or even 90s game, these players would be 10 times better if they had some type of structure. But when you're shooting too many threes, you're running back and forth, people get bored. I don't even watch half these games sometimes. Only the big headers. That's it. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. That's all I watch. I mean, you know what was the most televised game this season? Christmas Day. You know who it was? The Golden State Warriors versus the LA Lakers. Now, that's a game I would watch. But I bet you $10 there was 500 three-pointers made in shot that no one cares about. Shout out to the OGs too, LeBron and Steph Curry. It's the only guys I respect in the league, really. The rest of these guys don't, they don't really do much besides shoot threes. So with the top 4 teams in the NBA, I see OKC coming out of the West easily. I don't think anybody else can stop them. Denver, you got the Rockets, you got all these other guys, but nah. Give me OKC. East is where it gets interesting. You got the Knicks, I think, who's an underdog team, but then you got the Cavaliers, and you got the defending champion Celtics. It'd be a safe pick to put the Celtics, but you know what? I'm going to be a little interesting. I'm going to spice it up things. Give me Knicks, give me OKC finals, okay? I want to see something. Man, I'm getting tired of these bland picks. You know what? I didn't even pick a bland pick for the Super Bowl. And then you picked the Bills and you picked the... But still, I don't care. You ain't going to throw me off like that with that nonsense. Give me Knicks. Give me OKC. I think basketball is special. So with that being said and done, I just wanted to close it out a little bit. A little couple segments on some football, college and pro, and some basketball. Because, there's a lot more down this year that I'm going to keep talking about. We're going to get into some baseball also. And whatever big sporting events is coming up. So just be ready for the next episode.
Another episode of the Game 7 podcast. Like, subscribe, share. You know what it is? Do the whole trifecta. All right, we out.
Can you go into your reasoning on why you decided to hit the pose today?
Because I've been disrespected my whole life. I've always been the underdog, and nobody respects the fact that I'm the best running back in the country. And I'm going to stand on that. And if people want to disrespect that, I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to keep proving people wrong. And whatever NFL team takes me is going to get a gem, and I'm going to give it everything I got for them. And no matter winning the Heisman or losing the Heisman, I should still be in that situation.